Hey guys, it's Renata. So I just got this awesome box in the mail and I wanted to show you what's in it. I just got this amazing new air fryer, which I've heard so many things about, so I'm super excited to open it up and also cook something in it and see what all the fuss is about. The Aukey Home Air Fryer comes in this beautiful black color. I love the rose gold accents on the handle and the logo. It's got beautiful rounded corners and I love this black finish. It also comes with two great booklets. One is the user manual and the other is this Intelligent Air Fryer Recipes booklet. The user manual tells you how to use the air fryer, and what's amazing is it has so many functions. There is roast, broil, there's bake, reheat, and one that I'm really excited to use, the dehydrate function. The recipe booklet has ideas for entrees, sides, and desserts, including a fudge brownie in the air fryer. Check out this awesome Brussels sprouts and bacon recipe. They also have this really cute idea for mini cheeseburger meatloaves and a homemade fish stick recipe. I love the look of it. I mean, look at this beautiful rose gold handle, and then the logo is in rose gold too. The black looks so sleek and pretty, and obviously it goes really well with my kitchen too. So I'm excited to give this air fryer a try, and I actually thought that I'd make something I've never made before in an air fryer, and that is some baked sweet potatoes. So I love sweet potatoes, and I honestly love any kind of baked potato anyway, but I thought, why not try a baked sweet potato? Usually when I do baked potatoes, I'm gonna do it in the oven, and I just hate the idea of having to heat up the whole oven, especially in the summertime when the whole house is gonna get really hot anyway because of the weather. So doing it in this air fryer I think would be a really great alternative so that you don't have to heat up the whole oven and then heat up the whole house. But it's so compact, and I think it's gonna be a really great way to make baked potatoes, baked sweet potatoes too, going on in the future. So this is how we're gonna make it. We're gonna start off with a couple of sweet potatoes. These have just been washed, and then anything like any little pieces stuck to them taken off, any dirt scrubbed off, and then I've dried them as well. Now what we're gonna do is grab a fork, and we're just going to poke some holes into the outside of the sweet potato. Next, what we're gonna do is just drizzle a little bit of olive oil over both potatoes and then just massage that oil in. I'm gonna be using some extra virgin, or actually, I'm gonna be using some olive oil here. So just a little drizzle of oil over the top of each potato, and then just rub it in. So make sure you're getting the whole outside of the potato, because we want to make sure that the skin gets nice and crispy, which is one of my favorite parts of a baked potato. And then last but not least, we're going to add a little bit of salt. So I have just some kosher salt here in this little bowl. So putting a little bit of kosher salt on top of each potato and then just rubbing it all around to make sure every inch of the skin of the sweet potato is covered with a little bit of salt. And this is gonna help to really amplify those flavors from the sweet potato. So good, I can't wait. This is gonna be such a delicious lunch. And then we'll see what other recipes we can come up with these sweet potatoes. Now all we have to do is put the sweet potatoes into the air fryer. So we're gonna take out the basket. And I love that it has this glass basket too, because you can see everything as it's cooking. And place these sweet potatoes inside of the basket. Then we'll put the basket back into the air fryer. Now it is time to set the temperature and the time for the air fryer. So we're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna select the roast setting. So we selected the roast setting here, and we're going to adjust the temperature by pressing this little temperature probe button. Up to 400 degrees. Time is this little clock. And it's set at 15 minutes right now. We're gonna increase that to 30 minutes, and then we'll check it after 30 minutes. Okay, now we just hit start. Okay, let's see how these sweet potatoes turn out. Okay, the air fryer has finished, so it's time to check to see if the sweet potatoes are done. So let's have a look. It looks really good. The top side looks a little bit dark and the bottom side looks a little bit tender, kind of more similar to what you would see if you were to roast these potatoes in the oven. And now I just need to make sure that these sweet potatoes are actually cooked through. So I have a knife, I'm just gonna insert it into the middle. It's pretty soft, I love it. Okay, so I think this sweet potato is cooked. Let's check the other one. Now this is a much larger sweet potato, so it might need a little bit of extra time. And I had a little bit of resistance when I put the knife into the sweet potato, so I think this one's gonna need probably like 5 or 10 more minutes, but definitely try it out and test it every 5-10 minutes to see if the sweet potato is cooked. While the second potato is still cooking for a few more minutes, let's cut into the first sweet potato and see how it looks. The sweet potato is nice and hot still, steaming as you can see, and it's so fluffy and tender on the inside too. Okay, the second sweet potato is done. Let's take it out. Oh yeah, it definitely looks cooked now. Take it out. Oh yeah, it looks good. Just insert the knife. Super soft. That is perfect. I love it. And this is what the air fryer looks like after I cook the sweet potatoes. You can see there's a little bit of residue there. All we have to do is just pull out this bottom insert. Then we can clean the glass by hand washing. Super, super easy, and I love that it's glass too. You don't have to worry about any kind of BPAs, but also once it cools down, it should be pretty easy to wash as well. So now that we've used the air fryer, now we gotta taste our awesome sweet potatoes. I'm gonna try the one with some butter and green onion. It's cooled down a little bit, so it's easier to hold without burning my fingers. Okay, give it a try. The sweet potato is nice and fluffy and tender, just like a baked sweet potato would be in the traditional oven. So good. Okay, I can't wait to eat the rest of this. All in all, I am really impressed with the air fryer. I love the look of it. I love how the sweet potatoes turned out. They're so tender and fluffy. I also love the fact that I didn't have to heat up the entire oven, which would then heat up the whole house in trying to make some baked potatoes. I think this is such an easy recipe too, so you could make some of these as you're meal prepping. You could cool them down and keep them for things like potato salad. I have an amazing sweet potato salad recipe that I could totally envision myself making these baked sweet potatoes in the air fryer, and then once they've cooled and are easy to handle, I could then cut them up and use them in my sweet potato salad. So I'm super excited to keep using the air fryer. I think that it's done an incredible job. It's so easy to use as well. I think cleanup will be a breeze, and honestly, I feel like you can use an air fryer for pretty much anything, especially if you're looking to control some of the additional fats and things you can get if you're trying to get a crispy exterior for any kind of normal fried goods. So I love air fryers for that. I think it's so quick and easy, so compact, much smaller than the other air fryer that I had before. So yeah, I love it, and I can't wait to keep using it and to share more recipes with you. So make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys!
P.S. Stay tuned for the next video where I show you how to make this vegan cheesy spinach topping for your baked sweet potato in the Aukey Home Air Fryer.